It's 1 and 2, and I think I've got the wrong one here.
Then do the other one. It's not too late.
The amount of times that I've seen Eat in Sydney or Jess Eats in Sydney bites with Sydney.
Welcome back to Critical Banter. This is the podcast where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into one single podcast. On this week's episode, new game, Meet and Greet, as well as a tier list segment that is back and better than ever. We'll be doing Sydney work dinner places on Compare and Contrast. But before that, of the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Senny.
Hello.
Kush.
Yes, sir.
And Ro in some beat up New Balance shoes.
G'day, boys. Well, I have a quick story. It's very short, but I wanted to know what you would do in this situation because it happened to me and quite frankly, I was disturbed. So I was just driving, right? And here's where society breaks down because I was driving and I saw a roundabout in front of me. As I approached the roundabout, 3 other cars approached the roundabout at the exact same time. So now all 4 of us are stuck at the roundabout. Traditionally, the rule is you give way to the person on your right. Now, what happens when everyone gets there at the same time? Because I'll tell you what, it was a Mexican standoff. For like 15 seconds, I'm standing there along with 3 other cars and no one knows what to do. Society's breaking down, in front of my very eyes.
That's 4 very respectful drivers, I'll tell you that. Because if I was in that situation, I would have just gone. I would have just gunned it.
One person has to make the move, right?
Yeah, I would have just gunned it.
Not that I know, but one
Yeah,
person
what would you
has to
do,
make
Kush? Famous
First of all,
learners.
I'll call it a standoff. I'd ignore the race part
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
And then I would wave someone. I would wave someone to go through, I'd wave to the person on my
You
right.
can't see
Dude, you
someone
just-
waving at the roundabout.
Yes, you can.
And you're also looking right. You don't look left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, someone just has to make the first move. And was it a big roundabout or a small one?
It was like a fairly big one.
Oh, dude, that's fine. You can just gun it. You have plenty of space and time. You can
So
just
what-
go.
Sorry, I don't know what your definition of big is, but my definition is everyone is like equidistant, like very, you couldn't gun it, essentially.
Standard roundabout.
Okay, because I was thinking of the one like on Victoria Avenue.
No,
like
not that
those big
size.
daddy ones. It doesn't matter. Just go for it. Okay, right. So it's a bit of a small
Just one lane, not a double lane.
No, just a 1-lane roundabout, 4 cars at the same time. No one knew what to do. And then eventually there was an alpha. Maybe 20 seconds after no one knew what to do, the alpha has decided to.
Which one was it? To your right or to your left?
It was
Who
the
went?
one directly ahead of me.
Oh.
Yeah. And once he went, everyone, mate, suddenly society was functioning again.
The clock started ticking.
Everyone knew what
That
to
is,
do.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like in all my years of driving,
yeah, never.
I've never had 4 people arrive at the roundabout at the exact same time. It was actually quite a sight.
For Sydney as well, where we're notoriously aggressive drivers, for that to happen with all 4 people respecting everyone else's, right of way, that is unheard of.
But it's like, I felt like an NPC at the time. I was waiting for someone to tell me
At
what to
any
do.
point, did you ever decide to like gun it, or you're like, no, I'm waiting for someone else to make
No,
the first move?
because I was processing what was happened, like for the first 5 to 10 seconds, because I was like, wait, am I allowed to go? And like it was just confusion more than anything else. But anyway, eventually someone happened. I have another thing. I bought the iPhone yesterday night.
Oh, nice.
Now, problem is, I've never pre-ordered an iPhone. I asked the boys who, like, sent a Migs. Kush, I don't know if you know this, but they love a pre-order of the new iPhone.
I've seen a live pre-order as well.
Have you actually?
Yeah,
us
was
4 were on Warzone.
3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was the last
I
time.
had to disappear for 10 minutes.
We were close to a win, and Sen and I had to hide in a bush as we pre-ordered the new iPhone.
Absolute nightmare. I was like, because I asked these guys, like, is it going to be hard to get? Is it like concert tickets, Taylor Swift style? Like, am I going to have to rock up on the dot, maybe even half an hour before? They're like, I should be fine. New iPhone, no one's going to get it, cost of living and that. So I was like, cool. So I log on at 10 o'clock because that's when it was supposed to go. And it took me half an hour to get into the Apple store.
Really?
Yeah. But eventually I got the iPhone. No drums there.
Nice.
The problem is,
Which one? Moneybags?
I got the iPhone 15 Pro in the titanium blue.
Which storage size?
128.
Oh, you went
Common man, mate.
Dude,
Basic.
128 is not enough, dude.
Not these days.
Not
with
these
the,
days.
Not with the recording you're about to do as
Yeah.
well.
I got iCloud though. That should be fine. It doesn't matter. Look, that's not the point of my story. I'm not trying to flex that I got an iPhone. What I'm going to flex is that I recently got a new credit card, and don't look at the cameras there. Westpac. So I'm using a Westpac credit card, and they have like this fraud like detection thing, which is like a dynamic CCV, which changes every 24 hours.
That's cool.
It is cool. That's what I
That's
thought.
sick.
But then I found out I'm going to have a real problem because I found out that Apple, when you pay for the new iPhone in pre-order, doesn't take the money out immediately.
Yeah,
It
correct.
takes the money out when you ship.
Yep.
Now, I've put in a card which when it ships is not going to have the right CCV. Does that make sense?
No, but I think that should be fine.
No.
Because
it's
don't
not
they just
fine.
put a hold on the money anyway?
There's no holder. I've not seen any hold on my card.
Oh.
So now when they go to get my phone or they ship the phone and they try to take money out of my account, it's going to be like card declined.
I'm sure they send you an email. Card declined. Try
I'm
again.
sure they've
They'll
thought
give you
of
another
this.
chance. They'll give you a
This
second
can't
chance.
be.
They're not going to can
the
your
only
order.
person in the world who's
I think they might pause the order and then give my phone to someone else, and then I'm going to have to reorder on a different card, and it's going to come in like October 15th.
Nah.
I'm traveling to Europe, brother.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
They will.
benefit of the
They'll
doubt.
give you a payment failed. Please try again.
Yeah.
It'll be in a certain day, like 24 hours.
No,
Pop your payment.
But if you miss your payment window, then they'll can and give it to fucking Kush maybe.
I'm almost certain that they would have put a hold on the money in your when like at the
Yeah.
time, and then they only properly deduct it once they've shipped it.
There's okay, I don't know. There's no hold on my card. Anyways, I know I've said a lot of like must be nice things at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
Well, let's count
Poor Ro not getting his iPhone 15
iPhone.
Pro for his like multi-week Europe trip.
Europe, credit card, pays for iCloud.
What a shame you're gonna have to use your other iPhone.
Look, what was very common man to me is I've been saving up gift vouchers that my work has been giving me constantly. So I didn't pay the full, whatever, $1,800 or whatever it was. I paid a measly $800. Not only that, I'm going to trade in my old iPhone 11.
class.
How much are they going to give you for that
like
piece of
100.
shit?
No, they say $350.
No way.
That's
That's
what they
more
say.
than my value of my phone. And I got that like a year ago.
But what's your phone? Like a Samsung?
We've seen your phone.
Yeah, it's not
it's
that good.
ass.
Yeah, if you want to buy a Google Pixel 6 Pro, get some ass, man. Apparently.
All right, I don't know how I'm going to segue off that, so I'm just going to start talking. I got a confession, actually. Ro, you've only been there for half of it, but me, Manu, and Kush have been doing a dirty thing for the last 2 Tuesdays. And I don't know if I'm proud to say it, but we've been doing a weekly trivia at not even a pub. So it's not even a pub trivia. It's a trivia at a Thank God It's Friday on a Tuesday. So 2 weeks ago we started. Well, Manu's the first one who mentioned it to me. He's like, I don't even know where you saw it.
Just walking past and I saw it on the billboard.
Wow.
Physical advertising
Exactly,
at work.
man. Out of home advertising. Shout out you, JC Deco, bro. Shout out you.
What does that even mean?
It's the name of the advertising company.
You know them? Yeah, you know Torch Meat
Come
now.
on,
I
man.
have no idea.
What about O Media, bro? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So Martin messaged me saying, hey, there's a Simpsons trivia at this place coming up on this Tuesday. Do you want to do it? And I ummed and ahed about it. And then he said the magic words, it's free. And I'm like, brother, I'm in. So he purchased some free tickets. And then
You gotta reserve your spot, mate.
yeah, you got to reserve your
High in
spot.
demand. Says
And he-
tickets might sell out.
Don't forget, he brought his own pens.
Oh, yeah, of course.
that's
Yeah, I got an
pretty
email saying BYO pens, BYO good attitude, and BYO pens. I brought one.
So he threw open the invite to the Simpsons trivia. So Kush, you came along,
Yeah.
and a few others who had never seen an episode of The Simpsons. So our team was heavily skewed. And yeah, it was BYO pen. So we get there. And Kush and I were the first ones to rock up there. And we didn't know what to expect. Like, we rock up and like, oh, the trivia's upstairs. And I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, here we go. So we go upstairs, and there was maybe, I reckon at that time, 2 other teams. We're like, fuck, is this going to be like a Stephen Bradbury? We're just going to get a prize for just showing up, like a top 3 just by default. And then we sit down, and then we start to look at the food, and then we saw $1 wings.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
No, hang on.
Oh.
And then I looked at Kush looked at me, and we're like, is this value? And then we looked at the picture of the wings, and we're like, these look like fucking tiny wings, and they probably look dry. This is a shit deal. So we're like, no, we're not going to get any food. Then Manu comes and sits down and is like, boys, did you get any of the $1 wings? me and Kush look at Manu and we're like, no, brother, that is a horrible deal. And he's like, no, trust. So Manu ordered us some wings, and me and Kush were very skeptical at this moment. We ordered, what was it, the whiskey glaze.
The Glaze Blaze.
the Glaze Blaze.
Some Nashville Hots, and they got me to order them some fucking Long Island iced teas as
Oh,
well.
yeah, that $10 long. If you're a member, and Manu was absolutely
big
a member
member.
of TGIF. So the wings come, and we're very, again, at this time, I'm like, we ordered, I'm going to eat it, but I'm not going to enjoy
It
it.
took a bit of time as well, mind you. 25 to 30
It
minutes.
started to fill out. The venue started to fill out. It was no longer 2 tables. It was like,
And I reckon the wings, if it's a $1 wings, I reckon it's probably the most ordered item on the menu.
Surely you're churning them out, like, constantly, right? But took a bit of time.
And they came out, and they put it in front of us, and we all looked at it. And then Kush and I picked one up, dipped it in the glaze blaze. We took a bite, and our eyes interlocked, and we started crying. And we knew we were wrong.
They apologize to big TGIF.
Those were fantastic wings, Kush.
Compliments to the chef, I say. Compliments.
And we all night we were just asking to get glazed. Glaze us, please. Anyway, on to the trivia. So the trivia started, and so it's Simpsons trivia, and there wasn't really any like specific season or anything. So it's literally, it could have been anything from the 33 seasons. And it turns out it was mostly just from seasons 1 to 10, which is fine.
That's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But it was specific episodes that they were asking questions, and it would
Specific
be like
moments and specific scenes of
what are they going to ask?
specific
Like,
episodes.
who was Homer's neighbor?
Well,
what kind of questions were you
So there
expecting?
were some questions like that, like what is Homer's middle name, for example, right? And there's a whole episode about that. So that's fine. But then there was like, what was Bart holding when the cat burglar stole his TV? And it's literally a 3-second shot in one episode from fucking 32 years ago. And if you missed it, if you blinked, you would have missed it. So I'm like, holy shit. So like we were going through and we were answering as many as we can. And, you know, it got to a point where there was only so much we could answer. So we had to phone a friend, if you will.
First of all, we got halfway, and then at halfway you have to exchange with another table to mark your answers, right? Let's say that point's out of 30. We probably got 15, 20 or something like that.
Oh, so it's not bad.
Yeah, the table we marked got like 28. So we're like, fuck, we're in the mud here.
We've got to
catch
pick up
up.
the pace. We've got to pick up the pace.
So then there was a drawing round for some reason. We had to draw a 3-eyed fish. And then there was 2 more rounds to end. And then at that point, we're like, fuck it. You know, let's just do what needs to be done. So luckily our friend Jeffrey was there. And at the same time, he had to work, apparently. So he pulled up his work laptop. And so while we were doing the rounds, while he was working, he was also Googling the questions as they were going along. Because we'd be sitting there and then he just randomly would lean over and just start whispering words. I'm like, what are you saying? Because one of the questions was like, what are the name 4 ingredients in one niche drink in one episode? And it's stuff like, you know, gin, vodka,
Triple sec.
and then the next one's quadruple sec. So I'm just sitting there and then all I'm hearing is Jeffrey whispering to me, triple sec, quadruple sec. I'm like, what are you saying? He's like, oh, I've Googled it. Oh, okay, cool. Thank
Fantastic.
you. So while he was Googling on one side, Kush was Googling on the other side. So we had absolute immaculate answers for that. The last 2 rounds.
Big GC.
All of a sudden, 100%.
So the last 2 rounds, we only got 1 or 2 questions wrong.
I mean, I can't even fault this, to be honest.
Hey, you would have loved it. You would have loved the thrill of all of us just, quick little.
We're not scared of getting caught? Or you reckon, because I reckon if people are getting 28 out of 30 for these crazy niche questions, they're also chucking a Google job.
No, they look like nerds.
No,
though. They look like they were in it to win it.
So in the end, I think we came tied 4th or something. So it was not a bad effort, and we had a lot of fun. So of course, we decided to run it back the week after. So last Tuesday, we went back. This time it was Harry Potter, the movies trivia. So the books are next week. We won't be going to that one, I don't think.
No way.
So it was the movie, and this time we got a bigger group, and we ended up with 12 people. So we split it into 2 teams. And so when we mentioned before how you had to swap papers to mark, we just swapped it with our own mates. And there was questions where we were getting them wrong, but we just put a tick and like, all right, you just fix it up yourself. And some of them you guys didn't even fix up. We just ticked it, gave it back to them, and they just left it with the wrong answer there.
Beautiful.
So in the end, I think we ended up across 5 rounds. I think we got 52 or 53.
No. We got every single question
Yeah,
right.
so we got every single question right.
And then there's like bonus points for the drawings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in the trivia, because the Harry Potter trivia, I went to this one for the $1 wings. But the Harry Potter trivia was so easy.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even need to cheat. It was that easy.
That is true.
And so the team that we came third.
We came, no, it was tied first.
all 3 got the
yes,
same points. Yeah.
Because everyone got full marks plus some bonus points.
Yeah.
Yes, we came first, along with everyone else who got everything right as well.
Yeah.
And then we played scissors paper rock to win, and we came third and won a $20 TGI voucher. Thank you very much.
Which I think, Manu, you got to keep in the end.
I have.
He's going
That's
back
20 wings.
Yeah, 20,
That's 20 glaze blaze, baby.
So maybe we do go back for the Harry Potter book trivia.
Maybe. Alrighty, as always, we're gonna be rating people's work from home setups, and seeing what does your work from home setup say about you. So this one comes in from our good friend Johnny. Now, Johnny sent in his setup, and wowee, it is
a setup. I'll say that much.
I mean, we can hardly call it that, but if contrast to last week, right? So Abe from last week sent his in, and it was a 2x3 6-screen setup. Johnny has sent us in, and it is just a laptop. It is a laptop with some sort of IKEA furniture chair. Very strange design.
Not even a computer chair.
Yeah, not
Just
even. I don't know. It just seems like a couch, to be honest. Now, on the table itself, he's got a lamp, a printer, some stationery, and a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Bro, the bouquet is bigger than his screen size, man.
The man doesn't even have a mouse. So have a look at it. What do we think it says about Johnny himself?
Johnny's not doing any work. If I'm looking at this, Johnny is pretending to do work.
Yeah, I agree. Johnny's not doing much work. I think the only work he's doing is printing out some sort of nasty, weird documents and then shredding them when the use is done. Because
Yeah, dude, the print is right above the shredder. That's very ominous. What are you hiding, Johnny?
Jesus.
whether they're tax documents, tax write-offs, he's definitely got
No,
some.
this guy's job is printing and shredding.
Yeah.
All he does is print the document and shred it. And that's a, job well done. Hard work.
It's also like the lamp is. I'm sorry, but the lamp is huge. It's a massive lamp, and like this seems like it's in an open area. This doesn't look like it's a bedroom or anything. Just judging by the nature of the table.
This man has just
lamp.
plonked a laptop somewhere and decided to do like 10 minutes of work and gone back to his other business.
No, it looks like he's in a share house and it's just like there's no room in his room. So he just plonked it on the only available space in the house and that's where he works.
Definitely not very ergonomic. I mean, that chair it's a very IKEA, armrest kind of relaxation.
You're not lasting more than an hour in this setup. And I think that speaks to Johnny, a man that doesn't do work. Alrighty, we'll be moving on to our second mini segment in the log. We'll be rating Macquarie Bank's office snacks. So go hop on the YouTube. You can see the photo. The first photo we have up on screen it's something. We have a little table with 2 bins underneath. And on top, we just have an assortment, an arrangement of random items that you could find in a pantry, a kitchen, the bin. What's on the table, boys? Because I'm seeing 2 mismatched jars of Tim Tams and nuts. I'm seeing like a 1 kilo can of Milo, but then like a 100 gram box of Vegemite. I'm seeing like so many half open loaves of bread, half done jam jars, a full peanut butter jar, butter that I think should be in the fridge, jam that I also think should be in the fridge. Do I see someone's coffee mug in the background with 3 spoons? What is this table?
Yeah, look, this isn't a sign of madness and badness. This is badness and badness if there ever was one. This bro's got salt and pepper next to Tim Tam. Who's putting salt and pepper on some Tim Tam over here?
No, this looks like a bloody hostel spread. It looks like someone's just chucked in whatever. It's like a little give and go. Whatever that someone doesn't need, it's a food shelter is what it is. They just donated the
Anarchy.
And I'm glad there's a bin right next to it because that's where half these snacks are going, quite frankly.
I think that's where half these snacks were taken from.
I don't even understand why there is nuts. Like there's not even like a spoon to serve it. So that means people with their grotty hands are grabbing the nuts, handful of nuts at a time.
It's the mismatch for me.
But
It's 2 separate jars. One's from IKEA, one's from Coles.
it's also like the 1 liter Milo tub, bro.
Yeah, this is an office, man. People are drinking coffee. Who's pouring themselves a hot glass of Milo?
Why do you need that much?
And also, think about this table, right? You got Milo there, cool. Could I have the liquid to put Milo? Bro, it's just like, am I going to eat spoonfuls of Milo?
Oh my God.
Anyways, we'll move on to the next photo. A bit better. It's what you guys are talking about. This is the tea and coffees. So the jars now look like they match, which is lovely. You got a jar full of, I believe that is sugars. You got 2 teas, 2 different teas. One is Lipton Green, I believe, and the other one's English Breakfast. And they have 2 instant coffees. What is that? Nestle Alpenblend and Nescafe Blend 43. One of the staples
Yeah.
in the instant coffee world. What do we think about that one? Still right next to the bins, I believe. But right underneath, you have a little drawer that says plates/bowls.
That was going to be my thing. Like, I'm hoping there's a cupboard above so you can grab the cups. But right now, like, it's just a placement. It's just been plonked on the table.
No care.
There's no care. I don't mind the assortment.
The assortment is good. I'll say that much. You got your teas, your coffees, your sugars. They're all in the same place. That is nice.
I think the Alpenblend's actually a hot choc, which I rate highly.
European style drinking chocolate. That I've not seen that in office, to be fair.
Someone's giving you hot chocolate in the office. Don't mind it. A very valuable drink when it's cold, man.
You have hot chocolate and Milo.
No, why isn't the Milo with this section? Is what I don't understand.
That is true. That is a valid point.
Like, I would love a hot chocolate to make it. And the Milo seems like it's in the wrong section completely.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Is anyone in charge of this? I don't think anyone is manning this station. I think it's a free-for-all.
Do you reckon this is like BYOD? People just bring their Milos and their
Dude, I
their
dead set think someone has gone to the food shelter, ransacked it, and then just plonked it on the
Did
table.
one of these ones where they just scoop the table and
Put it all in. Because like, quite frankly, the last photo did not do anything for me. This photo, even then, like, okay, I understand. I mean, is there a machine? Like, any danger of a machine? Like, why do I have to make my coffee myself in an office?
Where's the milk? Where's the fucking milk? I know it's probably somewhere on the far right, but like the fact it should be ease of access. If I'm at this station, the milk should be either on top or below. It should be a simple smash and grab. That's what I say.
I'm glad you brought up the milk, Kush, because this final photo, Macquarie redeemed themselves with this offering right here. So you look at the last photo, it's on screen, cereal and milk. Look at the arrangement of cereal. My golly gosh. What do they have here? Granola, cornflakes, I believe. It looks like, what else is there? What is that? No, what is that?
There's some stuff behind, but I don't know if it's the same. I think I see a nut mix again behind.
Maybe Macquarie love their nuts. I don't know, man. But then what I want to draw your attention to is at the bottom. The milks. Mate, every single milk, I believe, is here. On the left, you have all different types of milk alternatives. Oat, almond, go on. In the middle, you have normal dairy farmers.
See, look,
quality brand.
The milk here is good. There's a great assortment of milk. The problem is, I don't know if they've got like a cow in Macquarie Bank, but there's a shit ton of butter there, right?
That's fine. I think that's fine.
There's 7 tubs of butter. What kind of what?
Prepared for all scenarios, mate. You saw the half-open bread in the 2 photos before. That's what you need the butter for.
Yeah.
At least in this photo, right? In this actual area of the kitchen, there's some sort of theme, coherent theme going on. We've got the milk and we've got the cereal.
The cereal station, I must add, as well.
Yeah.
Nicely sorted.
I like it because it's got the little, the twirling. It's just a nice, beautiful mechanism.
It's not a box. It's not just 5 boxes of cereal.
Exactly.
I like that. I really like that.
I would like to see like a Cocoa Pops or a Rice Bubbles. It seems a bit too healthy for my liking. There's oats. There's heaps of oats.
It's too white. And I don't know what that says about Macquarie, but the offering's a bit too light.
And we know it's not entirely health conscious. We saw a couple of Tim Tams before. We saw the peanut butter there. So like having a Cocoa Pops there, or like,
Because what I'm saying, right? I'm not even saying cornflakes. What this is, I believe, is oat flakes, which is Kellogg's.
What is that?
You not heard of oat flakes?
No.
So oat flakes is just like, it's basically like cornflakes, but it's like the healthier version. So in this spread,
Putrid.
there is oats. There is oats slightly larger. Then there is oat flakes. Then there is a trail mix.
Who offers oats?
Oats is quite a big breakfast thing. It is.
But in the office.
Yeah, I don't mind
Because
that.
you got to prepare it.
No, I don't mind it.
I don't mind this actually. I don't mind the fact that it's got a couple of oats there. I don't mind it. I agree though. I wish there was something else though, on the side.
No, why do you need 2 sizes of oats? One is like the shredded oats and one is like
Steel cut.
the rolled oats. Yeah.
Sometimes people are picky.
And then there's oat flakes, like I mentioned before, bro. Get away
They're
from
sponsored
oats.
by oat. They've got oat milk as well, probably.
That's fine. But chuck in a Nutri-Grain or something, brother. Chuck in a cornflakes, a staple of the genre.
All right, so we've seen the 3 photos. What are we saying? Where are we ranking Macquarie's snack offering?
Look, Macquarie Bank to me is plonk station. You find a place, you're just placing it there.
They're the Plonk Bank. They should rebrand.
Because even in that last photo where there's all that milk, right? There's also just a random water bottle at the end.
Someone just put their water bottle in the communal fridge.
So this is what it is to me. I think it's just, you find a station, put whatever you want there.
I still think it's under average, quite frankly.
But it's better than Deloitte, all right? That's bottom of the barrel.
Mate, Deloitte, we gave it 2. And honestly, I think that was generous in hindsight. This, I think I'm going to give it a 4. That hurts to say.
We gave Dentsu a 4. Think back to that one. The 2 crates on the table.
They had fruits though. Look, here's the thing. I don't see many fruits.
I don't see any fruits.
Yeah, actually, I think it's big. You need fruits as a snack.
Do we think this is better than Dentsu? Yes, I think so.
I think so as well, purely because of the cereal station. It's just a very well mechanized place. It's a bit of automation, I like it.
But I can't give too much more.
No way.
So maybe I'll set it a 5. I think Macquarie is a 5.
No, the only redeeming factor of this snack station is the cereal, and if it didn't have that, it'd literally be a 1.
Yeah,
just for the sake of all the crap that they've thrown in weird places.
I would agree that it's a 5. I also just want to quickly point out that first photo in general waste. If you zoom into the bin, there is a salt and vinegar chip packer there, so someone is getting some chips, and it doesn't look like it's from Macquarie Bank. So I'm going to say it's a 5 out of 10 as well.
This is the segment Meet and Greet. Look, as we approach the end of the competition, it's come to our attention that Migs and I are just so far ahead. There's daylight in between Kush and Sen. And quite frankly, we don't need to play these games now. It is now a shootout between Sen and Kush.
And we've done a couple of shootouts before with the Nerf guns.
With the Nerf guns,
We've
yeah.
done a couple ones.
But not live on the podcast before.
No, not live on the podcast.
That'll be on the Instagram story at some point.
Because I don't know about you, but I would be feeling very nervous if I was Kush or Mix. Because how many weeks are there left?
3 weeks left.
There are 3 weeks left, and currently Kush is on 1 point. Sen is on 1.5.
There's half a point.
There's half a point in it. And it's literally anyone's game. And of course, the loser of Sen and Kush will go to McDonald's for 24 hours and eat their way out. And of course, the loser will go to McDonald's and eat their way out. They'll sit there for 24 hours. Each burger will be worth 1 hour. And so I just want to get some thoughts quickly. Kush?
Pre-game
feelings?
interview.
Yeah, pre-game interviews, mate. How are we feeling about today? Because this week is a big week.
This is a pre-game interview 3 weeks beforehand. Look, what I'll say is, I haven't really trained for this moment. I've been playing games consistently for the past 3 years in this podcast. But I don't think I still have got the right training to win this. So, I'm here for the experience. I'm a man who floats by here and there, and I'm hoping that something comes out at the end that's fruitful for my self-discovery journey. That's what I say.
You're here for the experience.
There's not a lot of confidence in that answer, Sen.
Yeah, you know what they say, confidence is key.
Yeah, wow, I was expecting like a little Logan
Sen's
Paul,
going down.
Dylan Dennis face-off moment, but we're not getting any of that from Kush. It's already defeated. Sen?
Yeah, I feel sorry for Kush. That was pathetic. What
Maybe
was
that's
that?
his play.
Well,
Yeah, I will be winning this. So.
there we go. Some confidence.
It's the worst UFC standoff ever.
Yeah.
Look, it's fun, but
One man who doesn't want to fight.
I'll be candid. There's tension in the podcast at the moment. Kush and Sen have been getting very salty, as Migs, you would know. Kush is asking for a blood test before he goes to McDonald's because he's worried for his health.
Oh, I think that's a fair call.
You can do whatever test you want beforehand. That's fine.
So I'm in charge of the game this week, and the game's called Meet and Greet. And I'm trying to make it as fair as possible that anyone can win. The game is simple. I'm asking questions about Miguel. Simple questions. Now, all three of you will have whiteboards. All three of you will write your answers. If you can match your answer to Miguel, you get 1 point. There are 13 questions, which means there are 13 chances to win.
Also an unlucky number, boys.
And no closest to it, either yes or a no, definitive.
I don't know how you can get closest to favorite color, but it is exact. Maybe we'll get the hex codes out. Question 1. What is Miguel's favorite color?
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Hex code, right?
I mean, there are 3 hex codes that I know off the dome.
Triple F, 000.
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
What is
Too
triple F?
niche.
Huh?
It's not even
That's
triple
red.
F. It's like
No, that's-
5 Fs.
That's one hex code. Triple F.
Isn't that
000.
red?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
red. That's me.
Ah.
You're the 00 triple FE, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this
Right
niche
answer,
hex
right
code
answer.
chat.
Answer, mate.
Write an answer.
Migs, have you locked it in?
I've locked it in.
Was that hard for you to just get off the dome?
It is hard to unpack because I don't claim to have one,
You know what?
Favorite
He doesn't
color.
even know what his favorite color
One
is. How we
question,
gonna know?
bro. Wow.
I started out between 2. That's what I was
And
trying
I
to
can
allude
tell you
to.
right now, I reckon Sen and I've got the exact same answer.
All right.
Right.
So who does
You guys reveal your answer first,
All right.
and then
Sen?
I've gone with blue.
Kush?
Got with blue.
Migs?
you guys are. What are you talking about? It's red, bro.
I knew it was red
What
as
team
well.
do I support, boys? Come on.
Was blue the other quality?
The other
you
one
were
was
tossing up?
pink because I wear a lot of pink.
I was trying to go off what do you wear a lot. Apart from you, Man United, you don't wear red that often.
Yeah, but
I've seen you wear a bit of blue though.
That's
What?
why. That's what I was trying to go off.
Yeah,
What?
I've just seen you.
I
wear
can
a bit of
picture
blue.
you in blue.
that's
Yeah. I've seen you
disgusting.
outside looking at the blue sky. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah?
Question number 2. What was Miguel's last movie that he watched? Sen, how confident are you with this answer?
I know a movie that he watched recently.
That's literally my answer as well.
So I know he's watched something.
All right, what's your answer?
I know that you went to go watch Oppenheimer, but I don't know if that is the most recent one.
Kush?
I've gone with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish because I did remember he dropped that very recently.
Those are 2 good shouts. Those were the third last and second last movies I had watched.
Was it
The
Barbie?
last movie I watched the other day was The Little Mermaid live action on Disney Plus. So that was a doozy of a question, right?
To be honest, I thought it was going to be Oppenheimer.
I knew that's what you're trying to allude to.
Migs watches one movie a year and suddenly he's watching The Little Mermaid.
This was beyond my control.
Did you like it?
It's off to a scintillating start here, Kush.
I was playing Bloons Tower Defense 6 Plus during the movie, but
What
I
game?
got bits and pieces.
Migs, next question. How many pillows do you sleep with? Kush, show us your answer.
I've gone with 4.
He's a 4
Okay,
Pillow
I've just
guy.
gone the standard 2.
Is it 3?
It's 3, boys. I have 2 regular pillows and 1 big square pillow. Come on, boys. You've been in that bedroom. Oh, wait, no, let's not talk about that.
Hey.
Nil all.
So now you're on 0
It's
So
okay.
we're still on 0.
Mate, it doesn't matter what you're on at the end of the day. It just matters.
relative to the others.
Dare I suggest it actually does matter what you want at the end of the day, but it doesn't matter. Next question. Migs, if you could live anywhere, where would it be in the world? Kush, show us your answer.
I think I've gone that he's a bit of a patriot. I'm just going to put Australia.
It's not a good geographic location to put if it's closest to.
All right.
Sen?
I've gone England.
Danny, you get a point. I've written, it's coming home, England.
Fair enough.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Jesus.
That's a bold guess, Kush.
Now the
Australia.
game begins.
You'd actually want to live in England?
Yeah, man. Footy. You
Football,
mentioned
mate.
United already.
Just for footy?
Yeah, and Europe's right
Amongst
next
other
to it.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
Kush. Come on.
Migs, who is your favorite artist right now?
So I've written 3. They just need to get 1.
I'm just going to go Tame Impala or Coldplay. I have no
Alright.
idea.
Sen?
I've gone Post Malone and The Weeknd.
So I've put Central C.
Okay.
I've put The Kid Leroy.
Okay.
And I put Post Malone.
Let's go.
Well done.
You've confused
Well
me
done.
with Sen, I believe.
That's more my taste in music, my brother.
I don't know what you listen
I was like,
to.
we're going to Post Malone in a
Brother,
few weeks.
how many times have we talked about UK rap? How many times
Well,
have we
that's
talked
just
about
like a random talk. It's not like you're actually listening to
that?
it.
Hey.
No, this guy listens to... Mate, I would have got Kid
Message
Leroy.
Row the other day about going to Stormzy potentially.
All right, Migs. What was your favorite school subject? All right. Kush, what have you written down?
I put in PDHP, otherwise known as PE.
Sen?
I've also gone PDHP.
The subject I dropped because I didn't enjoy it in year 11,
No, but I thought maybe the first few years
Yeah.
where we just played soccer every week.
where we did cross country and I was disgustingly unfit.
Oh, all right. Well, what's your answer
I
then?
put old S&C, Society and Culture.
Oh,
Lovely
that
little-
was never going to be.
Lovely little bludge subject
Society and culture was your favorite
because it
subject
did
in school?
piss all there.
Okay.
And
was-
we've
no,
all
that
done,
was-
we did extremely well in it.
That was never in my
That was not going to be.
Yeah.
My next guess
This-
might have been, I don't know, science or something.
The subject that I hated. I was in the class with you and I came like last.
Did you?
Yeah, chemistry.
remember.
Chemistry. Chemistry.
I got a band 4,
I
mate.
think again, year 7 or year 8 science, we just burn shit.
Migs, Nike or Adidas?
On Nike.
He's a Nike.
I've also gone.
I'm a Nike man. Well done. Well
All right.
done.
Kush is on the board. 3-1.
Despite being in Adidas shoes.
1 in 12 answer here. What month was Migs' dog Ollie born?
It's 1 and 2, and I think I've got the wrong one here.
Then do the other one. It's not too late.
Nah, I've already committed to one.
I don't know. I'm just going to go with this.
Sen.
I've gone, I think it's either October or November. I've gone October.
Okay. I've also gone October.
Is it?
December.
December.
I knew that.
No, December 31st, New Year's Eve. Every year I have to battle with my mum that, we have New Year's plans. And she's like, hang on, Ollie's birthday. You better
Well,
hang
how many
around.
more questions?
There are 4 more questions. How many kids does Miguel want?
To the
Starting
nearest,
11,
to the
bro.
nearest 10.
I thought you were going to say to the nearest decimal. All right. I'm
Sen?
just going to go standard 2.
I've also gone 2.
It is DOS. Well done.
Okay.
That doesn't do anything for Kush, unfortunately.
So it's 4-2 now.
Little mid-game interview, Sen. How are we feeling?
Nah, I'm still nervous, mate. Still nervous.
Why? You
How
got
many more
3.
questions left?
There are 3 questions
I have
left.
to win
All
all
right.
these.
Migs, what was your first job? Kush,
I haven't written anything down
blank
yet.
slate.
Can I write the location of the job?
Yeah, you can write the location of the job as well.
Okay.
Does that help for you?
No.
Okay.
He's going to write Sydney or some shit.
No.
I don't
That
know.
is true.
I'm just going to put McDonald's. That's what I'm going for.
McDonald's?
All
Sen?
right. I put delivery for Kellyville Chinese. Or was it the night fill? I can't remember which one was first. What is...
I put waiter. So he's thinking about the
Oh,
right
it is the
job.
waiter.
But you did delivery.
I
bro.
did the
You
delivery.
did the delivery.
I did 0 delivery. So I don't really know if I can count that.
I had the exact name. Oh, it wasn't even that.
It wasn't
one.
even that location,
Fuck.
mate. So nothing on his board was accurate.
Ah, damn it.
Which means,
I can only tie
unfortunately,
now.
yeah, Kush can only
I
tie.
can only tie.
We have 2 questions remaining. Migs, what was your favorite fast food? Sen, have you got an answer down?
No, I'm seeing what Mana's doing first.
Look into his eyes.
He doesn't know, man.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
a
writing.
fast food man.
I'm
Alright.
going with KFC.
Yeah, I've gone also with the big 3-letter Donny.
Yeah, I've put KFC.
KFC?
I've put KFC. I didn't really have an answer,
I
but
think that's it then.
Unfortunately, Kush. So after that long, tedious segment, Sen has won the point, 2.5 points. Kush is on 1 point, and there are 2 weeks remaining, which means Kush, you need to win the next 2, my friend.
All right, we're back with Compare and Contrast, the tier list segment. We're doing a part 2, I guess. A few weeks ago, we did Sydney bars on a Friday night. Now we're moving on to later on in the night. So you go for dinner. So we're doing Sydney dinner spots.
Part 2 of a Friday night is essentially what this is.
And if you can connect the dots, there may or may not be a part 3 of
And
the
or
best.
4.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, what's the
Part
4?
The massage places. No.
Karaoke? Because 3rd will be clubs. What's the 4th?
Mate,
Loads of no.
no, it's the
When you're on your way home, mate.
the
The
Macca's,
paraphernalia that you
KFCs,
do
the
and do or
kebabs.
not get.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Massage parlor, for example. Yeah, if that's your tickle on the way home, then it is
Karaoke
what
is
it
also
is.
not a bad shout, right? Not a bad
Anyways,
Anyway, let's stop.
that's
that
for
anyway.
another week
Yeah.
or 2.
All right, so we're keeping the same tiers as what we did last time. So just to recap, the top tier is the GOAT tier. Second from the top is good. If it's mid, it's the serviceable tier. Below that, it's the last resort. And finally, the bottom one is trash. So we got a few, I think we got a list of 10 places we're going to tier list.
And shout out you guys that sent in some
Oh, yeah, of
places.
course,
we
sorry.
put the call out on Instagram. Plenty of responses, and we've incorporated some of those in today's tier list. So if you want to get involved, Instagram at Critical Banter, drop us a follow.
All right, and with further ado, this is the definitive Sydney work dinner tier list. Alrighty, first up on the list is Chat Thai. For those who don't know, it's your standard Thai place. There's one I think in Haymarket and there's one in Circular Quay. Pretty mid, if you ask me. It's your standard pad Thai, pad CU, muscle and beef, off you go, son.
Someone says Chat Thai doesn't make me feel anything.
No,
I have no will to go, to be honest.
I'll go if it's close by because you know what you're going to get.
I'll go if someone else has organized it and I'm just tagging along. But there is no way in hell I am recommending Chat Thai in any conversation.
No. Look, they do the basics right, and that's about it. Don't expect too much from them.
I can get the basics at home, a local Thai place. You know, there's
That's true
nothing
as well.
special there.
I am going to respectfully disagree because I went last Friday and quite frankly, it was pretty bad. Like I had the pad Thai. It took like 45 minutes to come. And then not only that, the flavor profile was all wrong, dude. I hate Chat Thai with a passion.
So you reckon the chat actually makes sense colloquially? Is that what you're saying?
It should just be chat. We're going to chat.
Dude, the green curry was watered down. It was just watery. I was sitting there like, this is actually disgusting. It's like, how can you get Thai food this wrong? Thai food, like, I've never had like an amazing Thai food place. I've never had a bad Thai food place until that day.
Just quietly, I love the names of Thai restaurants because they always just have variations of Thai, like La Thai, Here We Go Thai.
I
Let's
went
dance
to a,
Thai.
Time for Thai.
It's
I went
just always
to
that.
I went to a fancy one called Bow Tie.
Oh,
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
not
good.
bad, huh?
But Chat Thai, from what I'm hearing, is no bow tie at all.
I gotta say that, to be honest, if in my view, I've got to put it in trash.
Yeah, I think there's just also too many Thai restaurants, and
You can't afford to be bad.
you can't afford to be bad in this economy, especially
No.
like nah.
So we're
Let's put
going
it in
trash tier.
trash.
Wow.
All right, next up is Wing Boy. And as the name suggests, it's just a wing place in Darling Harbour. Wings, and that's about it.
Fuck this place. Honestly, I actually think it's run by one boy. Like that, I'm dead set serious.
No,
The wing boy.
No men in this restaurant, boys. All just boys.
And if that's the case, power to it because it's actually named quite correctly. If it's just one wing boy,
What happened?
I ordered at 5:30. Granted, the movie's at 6:30. I've got enough time to enjoy my wings. Let the wings come in.
Especially a place called Wing Boy. Their specialty is wings.
They should be pumping
They should
out
be able
the
to pump
wings.
it out.
Yeah.
Fair assumption.
We just ordered 2 types of wings. $15, by the way. Kind of expensive.
How
in
many
my
wings
eyes.
did you get?
It's like 8 to 10. That's it.
That's not bad.
They're thin though. They're thin. They're actually not that big. Anyway, 6:20. The wings still haven't arrived. So it's been
rough.
around 45 minutes since we've ordered. The wings have not arrived. They come 6:25, and I'm like, look, movies have ads. I'm happy to skip the NRMA and budget direct ads. And off I go. The next 10 minutes, we have to smash down these wings, and they taste like shit. They are salty or they're over sauced. Like there's just no balance. It's actually horrible. I will never go to this place again. And to be fair, I've tried it twice, 2 different locations, and both experiences have been terrible.
My brother, I'm going to have to redeem it, mate. I went the other day. The flavors are class at Wing Boy. They have like 15 different flavors, like from lemon pepper to like buffalo to Nashville.
Doesn't matter if they can't do any of them well.
They did them all well. My experience, they were all lovely. Finger licking at that point. I was cleaning the whole bloody bowl.
But
I don't know what you...
What does Gordon Ramsay say? He doesn't like too many things on the menu.
No, but the
15
thing
flavors
is-
too many.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine because they do stew wings. You know? Gordon Ramsay doesn't want you to do wings and then a steak and then a pizza and then a pad thai.
Yeah.
Right? They only do wings and sides, and I thought it was lovely. Like every flavor had gochujang, honey soy, all delightful. $15 I think is not too bad. You can go with a group as well. There's lovely group seating. They have beers as well, alcohol. So I think it's a great
So
place.
where are we putting it then?
Yeah, this is hard now because we have two very different.
Two different ends of the spectrum.
Also, can I add another little?
Go on, argue.
anecdote
TCB
here?
debate. Go on.
Yeah. We also they have a deal, I think, which is $30 all you can eat or something like that, but you have to get chips and a drink as well. I think it's some deal like that. But the problem is let's say I go with the four of you, all four of us have to order different type of wing and also a different type of side. So we all have to get chips, we all have to get wings. By the time you're done, you're actually pretty much full after $30. So they designed it in such a way that you actually get full after one round.
But that's all you can eat. It's all you can eat
Yeah,
buffet, all you can eat this, all you can eat that. They're always not value for money.
Yeah.
Their deal is, I think, $70, unlimited wings, sides, and drinks, including alcohol. So I don't make of that what you will.
That's a banger
It's
of a
steep.
deal.
It's steep, but everything is included.
I think any buffet all you can eat over $50, get out of here. You're trash.
$70 for all you can drink alcohol because you don't have to have the sides. Like I feel like when you order the wings in the round, yeah, you get your chips and your what's it called potato chips. But I reckon you just don't touch those. You just smack the high value
So
items. which
protein and alcohol.
That's it. That's all you need. The fries and onion rings can go in the bin. for
They
all I care.
distract you.
Yeah. Look, for me, regardless, I had a poor experience twice. Very saucy, very salty. In my head, this has to be trash purely because of that.
And I would put it good. So, you know,
Split
it
the
sits somewhere in the
difference.
middle.
Serviceable, dare I suggest.
Serviceable.
Serviceable.
All right, serviceable.
All right, so Wing Boy goes into serviceable. So next up, we have the Sparrow's Mill. One of my favorites, I will say. It is a Korean fried chicken joint near World Square. And my God, do they have a range of flavors from snow cheese to doesn't really matter. That's all you need.
Are you a snow cheese man?
No, not really. They have the soy garlic. They have the spicy ones. And then they have just the normal run-of-the-mill.
I have heard
chicken.
the word gangjung come out of Rohit's mouth a million times because he froths it big time.
I love Korean fried chicken and I love the Sparrow's Mill. What a name, what an institution. Because I'll tell you one thing, right? Korean fried chicken after work, it hits different. Because not only do they do the Korean fried chicken, they've got the Korean beers as well. And I'll tell you what, it's fantastic combination, mate. I cannot speak more highly of this place.
Well, I remember we went one time back in uni. Rohit and I were part of some random university society. Didn't really enjoy the social events, but when we heard dinner tonight's at Sparrow's Mill, mate, we were number one fans of this society. We were there first and we left last, mate. And you know how typically when you go with a group, it's like we order as a group and then you split the bill evenly. Mate, we got value. Some people are having two pieces. Ro and I were having fucking whole plates
Half
full.
chicken, full chickens, deluxe with us. And it's also reasonably priced as well. Like,
Yeah.
they do it well. Because I feel like the thing with Korean fried chicken, there's like a couple of things that can go wrong. Firstly, you can be too saucy and the sauce balance is all wrong, like Wing Boy, right? They balance it perfectly. Then you can get it just overcooked, burnt to a crisp. And the spicy one is not too spicy. It like hits that nice balance of it's like a little bit hard to eat, but it doesn't it makes you want more.
It's still enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so look, it's inciting these emotions out of you, which feels
Exactly. It makes me feel something. And that something is
if a
top
place
tier.
can make you feel something, get that tingling feeling throughout your body, and it's food, not something else, then you've done a great thing as a restaurant.
And as Rose said, they've got everything and it caters for a group. You can go it's easy to go as a group. You know, some places like you think, oh, do we share? Do we get individual? Mate, chicken, you just order a bunch, order some beers, order some soju, and you share it amongst the table.
Dare I suggest, is this the best fried chicken in Sydney?
No, not the best fried chicken in Sydney, but I think I'll put this in the good tier.
All right, so Sparrow's Mill will go into the good tier. Next up, we have Bar Luca, a Sydney institution. We spoke about this in the drinks tier list. We put it pretty low, actually. But now it's here to redeem itself in the food edition. And so, Kush, I'm going to let you describe what is Bar Luca and what are they known for?
Bar Luca is Blame Canada, and Blame Canada is Bar Luca. That's the only way to describe it. Look, there's a combination of Bar Luca. Very first time I had the burger, it was the burger, some chips on the side, and a milkshake as well. Granted, you don't eat for the next 12 days, but that combination is just pure class. And the milkshake's actually really good as well. They always have a special milkshake, and they also have a special like drink as well, like alcohol, if you'd really want to go down that path. But just for me, Blame Canada, the mixture of the poutine, the patty, the bun, it's just class.
Is Bar Luca a good workplace to eat, though?
No, because we spoke about this last time. It's too small and you have to book to get in. And I will say with the food, the burgers are class, right? We went what's the Blame Canada They've got so many different
The
versions
Flame
of burgers.
Canada.
The Flame Canada.
The Blame Canuck, I think is what they call it. That is class, bro.
There's like heaps of good burgers, but I will say the sides are trash. Like the fries are fine, but the chicken wings, I hate it. They were too dry.
Oh.
And quite frankly, could go in the bin.
I got the mac and cheese one time. I got like the corn ribs. They were all right.
They were actually okay.
They weren't inspiring like the Blame Canada.
Yeah, but like the burgers are the best part. Their special burgers are also really good sometimes. Anything that starts with Blame, they also have the Blame India.
Oh,
Class.
what a meal that was, actually. That was fantastic.
Pure class.
But I'm thinking more the optics of it. If you're with your workmates and you're there deleting a massive burger, grease running down your hands, that is not a good look.
But
It's a very niche place to go because there are a lot of people that don't. There are a lot of people that don't mind burgers. There are a lot of people that don't like a big, messy, like creates a whole mess. They want simple burgers. Especially as Sen said, you're with work friends, with work people. You don't want fucking poutine all over your mouth and you're running down your hands.
I don't think you're getting ostracized for suggesting Barluca. I think people
You
are
got to
saying
suggest
yes.
it to the right people, I feel. You can't throw it out to everyone.
I actually think it's completely fine. But especially
Me
if
too.
the idea is I want to have dinner and I want a nice meal, you're going to Bar Luca. Like, especially with the burger as well. You're going there.
I've heard you say it's the best burger in Sydney, Kush.
Has Bar Luca maybe fallen off a cliff the last few years?
Look, I'll tell you what. Bar Luca at one time had the best burger in Sydney.
But now?
But now, look, the Blame Canada has deteriorated slightly in quality. The balance is all wrong. It's still a good burger, mind you, especially when you're comparing it to other burger places.
Are they just going off the name? They know people are coming because it's Bar Luca, the Blame Cannon. They can get away with, subpar ingredients, subpar mechanics.
I think that's it. But they do have better, like I said, the other burgers, the other Blame variations, the
a
Canucks,
lot of blame.
the Blame Indias, the Blame other countries, if you'd like to put it out. But they're all very good burgers.
They are.
And so I wouldn't mind saying Bar Luca may be one of the best burger spots in Sydney.
So where are we putting it on the tier list?
I think for me, this is actually a good spot, especially
too.
because it's a dinner place. And because of that, I think I'm going to put it in good.
If you asked me a few years ago, I would have agreed. I think it's come down a tier in my opinion. I think for me personally, it should be in the serviceable, but I'm happy to put
I
it
think
in
it's
good.
also serviceable. I'm thinking about logistics. Small venue, have to book. It's not easy to get to. Burgers. I also feel I maintain it. Niche food genre, serviceable for me.
Look, I am happy to put in serviceable because I've not been there for a while. And to be honest, the only time I'd go now is if they had a cool special. I'm not going straight for the Blame Canada anymore. So serviceable it is.
All right, next up on the list is Bar Toddy's, Italian restaurant in the city, run by Justin Hams and Maryville, the absolute grubs.
Bar Toddy's is actually just for basic bitches. I'll be completely honest.
So overrated.
The whole bread thing, what are you, like ancient Romans making sourdough bread? Like,
Not even the right bread.
it's not even the right bread, first of all. And it's just the social media hype around it. Like,
It's all over social media, man.
the amount of times that I've seen Eat in Sydney or Jess Eats in Sydney, Bites with Sydney. And I see
5 places you must try.
Oh my! And I see someone pop that damn bread. It's like, if I got dislike on TikTok, I probably would if I ever saw that.
I swear I've seen like the top 5 hidden places in Sydney.
Hidden, they reckon.
And they put Bar Toddy's. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's on
they
every
throw-
second fucking Instagram story on a Friday.
Dude, yeah, I agree with the bread analogy. Dude, horrible. That's the only reason people ever go to Bar Toddy's. I went, it was all right, but the rest of the menu, didn't really care for.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the problem is, if you don't like the concept of buying a big bread and buying your own toppings, you're going to hate it. So the whole point is you buy that big fucking pillow of bread,
Yeah.
and then you buy a bit of tomatoes, bit of cheese, bit of meat on the side, and then you DIY it on the table. It basically is a
Mind
concept.
you, that bread was what, 20 or 30
the
bucks?
bread
as
is
well?
expensive.
$20 for flour. Leavened flour.
And they have pasta on the menu, about $50. It's steep. It's so steep. But they can get away with it because everyone wants to Instagram it. And that's the thing. When you put the bread with all the little plates and little sides, man, it looks lovely on the Instagram. But
Hatred aside, Sen's given us an honest opinion on the food. Manny, what do you think about the
I
food
liked
objectively?
it. I liked the food. I went there, got the bread. The bread was lovely, seasoned well, nice little salt on it. All the sides are great. The meat, spreadable, nduja, I believe is how you say the word. Cheese, tomatoes, lovely. It's all lovely. I like it, but it is steep.
Every time I take that one bite of the bread, all I hear is ka-ching. That's $6 down the
You
drain.
can't get past
I can't get past it.
How much is it per person?
Bar Toddy's, you're spending, like, if you go with a group,
Yeah.
you're spending at least 50 to 60 per person. I
I
reckon
would
even
say
more.
more even.
I reckon even more. 50 to 60 if
Including
you're getting a
drinks.
little
Yeah,
steam.
because you're there. They love a spritz there. That's their menu. Like they got
Yeah.
5 different spritzes or something. You're plowing through drinks. It's not a cheap place to be.
But I think we should also take into consideration the aesthetics. The social credits you get by posting that you went to Bar Toddy's.
Absolutely.
And I feel like if you're in the work group chat and someone's like, where should we go for dinner? And you say, I've booked toddies, mate. You're in everyone's good books at that
Applause
point.
deluxe, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's happy to shell out the 50, 60 bucks,
Yeah.
but you're a hero. Because I actually think the social status that you get by saying toddies or posting about toddies, love it or hate it, you get it.
You're cultured. You are so cultured. You're not throwing out Maccas, You're a tier above. Does that add anything to the rating here?
But can you get better bread somewhere else? Yes.
Objectively, yes.
Can you? Wait, I haven't been to bar toddies, granted, but I've heard the bread is spectacular.
It is. I have to say it is.
It was good bread, but not for $30.
That's the thing. It's just too pricey for that kind of bread.
Priced out.
Yeah, you can have that bread, honestly, at I think most bakeries. A similar type of taste. You honestly could. But it's just so pricey. And it's not worth it. So for that alone, I have to consider all of that. I think for me, it's serviceable.
Now, considering everything, I like the food, but considering the price and all that, I have to agree. It has to be serviceable. I can't put it any higher, but I can't put it any lower.
The bar toddies will be inserviceable. I like it. Next up, we have Bell's Hot Chicken in Barangaroo. As the name suggests, it is just a chicken shop. Again, I think we've named a couple of chicken shops at this point.
But it's more like an American fried chicken.
Correct. It's
type
more
vibe.
westernized. It's more, your wings, you got sandwiches, you got tenders. And the whole gimmick here is, as the name suggests, hot chicken. So they got 6 levels of heat. Level 2 is hot. And it just goes up from there. They got level 6, which is the highest. And you know what it's called, Kush?
What is it called?
Sex Panther.
That is a shocking name.
So I've tried Sex Panther before. And it's the worst decision I've made in my life.
And then you had the chicken.
I was actually so close to drinking the water out of Darling Harbour. That's how fucking hot it was.
Jesus.
It's like that chemical taste. It's not a nice spice.
It's novelty. It's not really
It's
there
like
to be
drinking
eaten.
battery acid. It's genuinely
The thing what I have the problem with Bell's chicken is, like you said, there's 6 levels of spice. I reckon you can only get the first 2. Because anything from 3 above is actually too spicy.
Yeah.
The Sex Panther I've never tried, but like Mick said, that's a novelty. No one's supposed to eat that. But even 3, 4, and 5 are too much. And I'm Indian. I'm brown, bro. I can handle my spice. And even that, for me, was way too many.
In terms of the food itself, it's pretty mid. I'm not going to lie.
It's so average. It's just average, man. It's just there.
Like, the sandwich is all right. The tenders I don't care for, and the wings are trash. So really, you're only going for one thing, and that's the sandwich. And it's like this big. It's the size of a cheeseburger from Macca's.
And it's
You're paying $14 for it.
Yeah, and it's on Barangaroo, so the prices, they can hike it up a little. It's just, I don't recommend it.
Because it's like the spice as well, even on the lower levels, is not good. It's not tasty. Like, it's like you said, the chemical flavor. Like, I think the seasoning, it looks colorful. It looks like red and looks really appealing. But I would say it's not all there.
I think all this is actually one of its only positives because it's not the greatest place. It's easy to book, right?
Yeah.
You're there 4 p.m. Friday. You realize you forgot you need to book a place for work. You can always hop on Bells, .com, whatever their domain URL is. You book a table. You can book for like 12 at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's not hot in demand. So it's there as an option, but it's nowhere near first, second, or third.
Last resort, I have to put in
This
last
is
resort.
quintessential last resort. If you need a place, they've got spots and you can book it straight away.
All right, so Bell's will sit in last resort. Next up, we have Jimmy's Falafel. The brother of Bar Toddy is also owned by the Merivale Group. Boys, what do we think of this one?
I love Jimmy's. If I could meet Jimmy, I'd shake his hand and say, thank you very much, sir.
Good falafel, brother. Great falafel.
Great. Their sucuk, bro. Their Turkish sausage is immaculate. I just love the design of the wrap. I love it. It's like this. It's filled perfectly and it gets bigger from the first bite.
Oh.
Like, it's just a beautiful, technical way of creating a wrap, which I just got to respect. And
Yeah, I went for my first time once. Man, it's value as well. When I went, it was like under 20 for like a combo or something, but it's huge.
Massive.
You can normally when I go to these sort of work dinners, whatever, I'm like, I'm not going to get filled up because decorum, can't order too much, whatever. But one wrap, brother, it sets you back. The stomach was full of goodness.
the chips are also well salted.
Oh, I was going to say about the chips, mate.
The
I
chips.
froth the chips. I absolutely love it, dude. The chips are so well seasoned. Like, I don't like eating too much chips, calories in that. But I'll tell you what.
These are calories worth
consuming.
demolishing.
Absolutely. I'll polish them off so quickly. Dare I suggest, if you go in a group and there's chips on the table, reach for those first because those bad boys are going to go.
Especially with Roe, mate. They're gone.
They're gone.
I would agree. I actually really, really like Jimmy's. Even though it is Middle Eastern food for white people, it's pretty decent. So what are we saying? Are we saying good, perhaps?
The one negative I will give it is it's because of all this, it's busy. I had to line up to get a table and I only just about got a table because me and the 2 friends I was with, we were willing to sit at the bar.
I did the same thing. I went and I didn't book beforehand. So we had to stand out there, put our name on the list, and they said 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, it's good, but we'll wait. It's
Yeah,
worth
you're
it.
willing to wait.
You're willing to wait.
And the good thing is the location. The location's lovely. It's right in the heart of
Opposite of Wynyard Station as well.
exactly
I
where
believe.
things are, man. Some of these other places, you're not close. This, you're right there.
So Jimmy's Falafel, we're saying good tier.
Good.
Good.
All right, so brother Jimmy will go into the good tier. Next up, we have the Bavarian. It's a German-themed bar/restaurant. So they do a whole lot of beers, and they also do German food, which I thought didn't exist, but it's like your roast porks, your sausages.
The knuckles.
Yeah, the knuckles. What do we reckon, boys?
It's not cheap. The price point is high.
It's unbelievably expensive for what you're paying for.
This was the problem. There was, I'll tell you a little story. There was one Wednesday where we actually went pretty much once a week. It was 1 month deal where it was $10 chicken schnitties. And we abused that on a Wednesday.
That's a lovely deal.
That is a great deal.
Yeah. It's never come out ever since again, since that 1 month.
You probably ran him out of business, mate.
Yeah, probably.
Too many chicken schnitties.
Oh, but like for $10, all that was worth. I mean, if you weren't that hungry and you said, I just want some mac and cheese on the side, that's $11.
Really?
Yeah.
The mac and cheese is more expensive
Yeah.
than the schnitty?
You're better off getting the chicken schnitty at that point in time.
The Bavarian peaked about 7 years ago when they had a 10-cent wing deal.
I was going to talk about that
That
as
was
well.
if that
Yeah.
still existed, I could argue for goat to here, but that was the greatest deal, but they do nothing good aside from that.
Yeah. And look, I understand, cost of living, inflation, COVID, got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, you're not doing what I want to do. So
They have no redeeming qualities, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about the Bavarian. There's nothing that make me choose there.
yeah, if
The
someone,
German food is not even authentic, man.
that's another thing as well. It's very, very whitewashed. So
I went once a few years ago. They had an all-you-can-eat deal for $30. So you get a plate of literally like sausages, pork belly, knuckles, and chicken wings. And then to get more, you have to finish your entire plate. So you battle through all that. And really, to be honest, the only good part of the plate was the pork belly. And so we're like, we want to get more, just the pork belly. And they're like, no, if you refill, you got to get everything. I'm like, mate, I don't want any fucking glizzies. I just want the pork belly. And so we had to sit through another plate just to get even more pork belly. And by the end, I was like, this is not worth it.
And then
Like,
on
I
them,
feel sick.
And then on the menu, they have secret like service charges and all that. Additional 10% if you're a party of one or more or something. That's a lie, but they have service fees like that. And then as well, that 10-cent wing deal, they got greedy and greedy over this. This is what turned me off, right? When it began, it was 10-cent wings, order as many as you want, right? And the next it was 10-cent wings with 1 drink purchase, which I'm like,
Yes.
am I getting a $10 beer right now just to get some 10-cent wings? Yes, actually, that was all right. But then it became 10-cent wings with drink purchase, maximum of 10 wings per drink. So just to get some drinks, some decent amount of wings, they're tiny wings as well. I have to get like 2-3 drinks. And now they don't even do the deal anymore.
Yeah.
Greedy. Bavarian's greedy, man.
All right, so we hate Bavarian, but are we saying it's as bad as Chat Thai or is it better?
I would say one step above because of the deals that they throw out periodically. So
And
I'm
you
gonna put it in
can
last
have some
resort.
drinks. You can be there to continue your night. It's not really a handbrake where you can continue drinking. That's it. That's about it, though.
All right, Bavarian, last resort. Next up, we have 678. It's a wonderful Korean barbecue joint. There's 2 in the city, and there's a few out our way as well. And I got to say, it is the spot to go to after dinner.
Mate, this is our go-to Korean barbecue spot. How many birthdays of us have I been? And it's been 6, 7, 8.
Birthdays, work events, family events, doesn't matter, mate. I've been there. I
It's
love
the
it.
backdrop of our Instagram story half the time, mate. We love it.
I got to say the sides are spectacular. Look, I can only judge by the meat and the sides in a Korean barbecue because, to be honest, we're cooking the food ourselves. So,
That's a separate gripe you have.
I can't judge the cooking, you know what I mean? But I would say the sides 6, 7, 8 are fantastic. Okay, you've got the kimchi's of the world. There's like a salad that they do with like the orange sauce. We have a friend who's vegetarian. He doesn't eat anything at 6, 7, 8 except for the salad. That's all he eats.
And he
it's
enjoys
free.
it. And he enjoys
He
it.
loves it. So, I have nothing. I've not a single bad word about 6, 7, 8 because the quality of the meat is actually good as well. I got to say, like the pork bellies, the Wagyu beefs, honestly, I can't fault it.
I was going to say that. The one
Good
thing
marbling.
that differentiates these places is the meat, the quality of the meat. But you're saying this is top tier.
This is top tier.
And I've been to a lot of Korean barbecue places. They don't enable, a good time. They're like, you've had too much to drink, or we're not serving you drinks, or they're very stop-start with you drinks. This place loves it. They let you do basically whatever you
Dude,
want,
it's a
really.
free for all, bro. It's like you can do literally anything.
You
get
give
a red
them
bottle. You come in with your soju's, your BYO. You use their soju's. You're just drinking away, and it's honestly such a good
Dude,
time.
and any given Friday, you can find the grad cohort of Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, and EY just across the whole for
It's a
restaurant.
networking opportunity.
It is.
Exactly. And then they enable us so much. Remember, we had a mate who's like, "Oh, we got to leave because our mate chunned it in the barbecue." Remember that? They love a good time there.
In the barbecue.
In the barbecue. That's why they couldn't stop and chat. They had to beeline out.
And the good thing is, it's such a massive place, so you can always get a spot.
Mate. They have plenty of venues as well. It's unreal. Where are we putting it, boys?
Oh, dude.
Is this the GOAT Sydney spot?
In my opinion, this is GOAT. This has got to be right to the top.
Because it
You wrote
absolutely
it
is
up.
the best Korean barbecue spot. That's without a doubt. And I don't know if there's any other cuisines or restaurants that even top it. So it has to be.
All right, so 6, 7, 8 is the GOAT we got so far. We got 2 more. So next up is Arasan, which is in Chinatown and is another Korean place where they have barbecue and fried chicken.
I believe we've all been, right? It's good, but food's nothing. It's nothing special. It doesn't scream out to me. You can bring drinks. It's a big venue. You can drink there. But the most important thing about this place is its significance.
You're going for the vibes.
Everyone knows what Arisan is. Everyone knows what to expect when you suggest Arisan, and it is a good time.
That is true. When I hear we're going Arasan, I already know. There's
You
a
know
certain
that-
level that we're going to get tonight, and I'm excited for it.
It's not just dinner, right?
Yeah.
If all these other places, most of them you suggest, you don't know. It could be dinner and bounce. It could be dinner and have a drink after. Arisan, it's just beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in for a good one tonight.
So it's a great place to suggest if you want, in non-directly say, let's have a big one.
And it's fun because you go there and you often see your mates from other firms working there as well.
That is class. You
And
go
you
there, you're guaranteed other people are there, man.
Guaranteed sesh for sure.
Exactly. Mate, it's such a good time. I went there once. I was on another table just to suss the vibes because my group just started. This other group was knee deep in beers. You could tell they had like 10 drinks beforehand.
Underwater.
Yeah. And one of the guys like, "Oh, I'll be back. I'm going to the bathroom." And he's like, "Does anyone have a key?" If I need to say more, I won't say more, but you take that as he came back full of energy and love and life. So you know what? That's the sort of energy you get at Arisan.
Dude, I got to say, doing lines at a restaurant is wild. I've actually never heard of that before.
But
But I love, dude, even the owners at Arasan are fucking loose as fuck. Because there was a few times where we could have just walked out without paying. Like, we honestly got outside, we forgot we paid, and the goodness of our heart, we went back inside. But we could have just kept walking our way and would have been none the wiser. So for that alone, you can get a free meal.
push comes to shove.
So if you want a free meal, you know where to go.
So where are you putting it, lads?
It's got to be, it's not GOAT tier. It's not 6, 7, 8.
Because the food is
The food
it's
is
lacking
mid.
a little.
The food is actually mid. I'll say that for free. Like, I don't
It does the
really,
job.
love the food. It just, fills your stomach.
But if
And
you want a
that's all I
good
can
time
give.
on a Friday night, this is the place to go. So we're going to have to say
I think
it's
good.
Good. All right, so Harrison goes in good, and we're up to our final one. We've left this one for last for a reason. So boys, you know what's coming. We all have a lot to say about this one. So finally, we have Chinatown Noodle King.
My lord, this is the place to be. This is the GOAT of all spots.
This is the rite of passage for every corporate graduate in Sydney.
You can't be in Sydney and not have gone here.
You can't have worked at a Big Four or a bank or a law firm and not have had one rough night at C&K.
So for those that don't know what it is, Sen, what is it?
It is the quintessential dirty Chinese restaurant in the city. And the best part is it's BYO.
I'll tell you what, boys, this is the only place where I'm okay to excuse child labor. For those of you who don't know, they've got kids there working. Working, I will say. I don't know if they're being paid or not, but
Normally the kids are there, but doing homework in the corner. They're literally serving you.
But yeah, this kid is doing his homework on the side, and then every few minutes, his parents will make him go give a fried rice to table 32 or whatever.
The BYO's class. It's right across the street. That's
Oh, yeah.
something, a lot of places BYO, and you have to bring it from home, or you have to go out of your way. Bro, there's a red bottle literally across the street.
They have to be in cahoots together. They have to be working together.
So if you run out
Surely.
of drinks, you don't even have to think. You just beeline it across the street, buy like fucking 10 bottles of soju or wine or whatever you want, bring it right back. Good time.
And the best thing, the serving sizes are massive.
yes.
Dude, they just plonk this massive, plate of rice enough for a whole African village, and you just go hell for leather on it.
Not only that, the dumplings, dude. The dumplings are literally so cheap. It's such a good place to go after work because you're not paying a lot and you're getting so full and so liquored up. You know,
and then in the bowls, you also have the flavor from the last meal that they ate because they don't.
I didn't clean it properly.
They didn't clean it properly. I could excuse that.
And I was going to say, they pump out the food because they don't even have to wash the plates. They just put it straight back on. And
I
send it
have
back out.
literally every single time I've picked up the bowl and I've seen some remnants.
I was about to say, there's just something so authentic.
Dude, that's what it is. It's authenticity.
About uncaring service. The fact that they don't give a fuck, it just makes me want to go, I'm eating there. I'm coming back.
And not to mention, of course, it's cash only.
Oh, yes.
So you get a little
sir.
discount if you pay by cash. If you pay with card, they allow it. I mean, they'll argue with you for a bit, but they'll allow it. But otherwise, it's cash is king here.
And then
So
the
ATO.
And then the upstairs, they got big booths.
Oh, upstairs is where the party starts.
Exactly.
They have 5 or 6 big booths, and it gets so loud and rowdy up there. There's so many times where it's been someone's birthday, and I'm there with my mates, and they all start singing happy birthday. And before you know it, the whole restaurant is singing happy birthday and, going, here's to so-so, he's true blue, and making him skull drinks. No responsible serving of alcohol here.
Fantastic. Dude, where's this going to go? I think we all know where this is
There's
gonna
only
go.
one place this can go. It's
is-
right to the top.
This deserves to be next to 6, 7, 8 in the GOAT category. C&K is at the GOAT tier, and that is our final one. So, Miguel, please
we've
tell
out-
us what the tier list looks like.
We have our starting 11. At the back, in trash tier, we have Chat Thai. Fair enough. Last resort, we have Bells and Bavarian. Surfspool, we have Wingboy, Bar Luca, and Bar Toddies. In the good tier, we have Sparrow's Mill, Jimmy's Falafel, and Ari-san, and my friends. Right at the top, we have 2 GOAT restaurants. We have 6, 7, 8, and we have Chinatown Noodle King. I believe we have covered them all. If there's any restaurants we missed, we have put the call out on Instagram. Make sure to follow us so you don't miss the next one. Let us know if we missed any. Instagram, DM us or whatever. And stay tuned for, as we alluded to, part 3 and or part 4.
Righty, that brings us to the end of a absolutely scintillating episode, I got to say. The tier list was outstanding. I think we got it spot on there. And the game, Kush.
It's looking dicey for me. It's looking very dicey.
So, Kush, we'll see how you go in the next few weeks. Otherwise, it could be all over, my friend.
Only 2 weeks, my friend.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, let us know if you have any other ideas for that. Maybe we don't have to do Macca's Kush. Maybe we can do something else. Maybe something you enjoy.
Yeah, maybe.
What's the worst movie you've ever seen, Kush?
Oh, no. I was about to say 24 hours of Ultimate Frisbee, maybe.
I was going to say
Play is
24
reduced.
hours of watching the same movie on repeat.
That would be
That's
dicey.
torture.
That is torture. I can
Maybe,
give you a couple.
maybe. The world's our oyster. We'll figure that out. Otherwise, catch our other episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Check out our clips on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and on YouTube.